This is CKUA Live. My name is Grant Stovall, and we're ensconced in CKUA's rather remarkable collection of music here in the library. And we're going to hear some live music, as a matter of fact, here amidst all these old records from a band that's got a brand new album that they'll be giving to our collection as they're just releasing a new album. This is an Alberta band called 100 Mile House. And hey guys, welcome back to CKUA.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Peter Stone and Denise MacKay, 100 Mile House from Edmonton, and a new record. Congratulations on the album.
Thanks.
It's wonderful stuff. And are we going to be hearing something from the new album to start off with?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, what have we got, Pete?
I think we're going to start off with a song called Go Take Me.
Okay, this is 100 Mile House live in CKUA's LP library.
I could die a happy man, 'cause loving you was all I asked. When the angel said, just what's your plan? I said, go take me to her, and I will do my best to show a man whose heart won't ever close. Even on those days we know we haven't reached the bottom. Know just when to bite my tongue, to stand my ground but admit I'm wrong, to take the weight she's pulled along since her daddy left her. And I will do my best to be a man who'll listen quietly, won't try to fix all of her woes, just listen 'cause she knows. Just listen 'cause she knows. And when she's distant, when she's cut, I'll do my best to see to her, 'cause she needs love most when she's at her worst. I just hope I give it to her. So when they put me in the ground, I'll know that love I went and found was the reason this was all allowed. Now go take me to her. Now go take me to her.
So beautiful. That's 100 Mile House live at CKUA's LP library. And that's a real standout for me on the new record. So beautiful to hear you guys. I mean, broken right down to the bare minimum, 2 voices and a guitar. The album is, about as simple as it could get, I suppose, right down to the song. And the songs are really, they really shine on this new record. Lots of very personal sounding songs, of course, and that's been the way with 100 Mile House pretty much since the get-go. The new album is called Hiraeth. Am I even close with that?
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hiraeth.
Decent.
Hiraeth.
Oh, okay. One more time.
Hiraeth.
And what does that
But
signify?
you can just say Hiraeth.
Okay.
You don't have to pretend to have a Welsh accent
Yeah.
like Pete.
I say Hiraeth mainly because I don't put the accent on.
So it's a Welsh word?
Yeah.
And what is it about the word? What does it mean? And what is it about that word that called out to you?
I got it. It doesn't really have a direct English translation, so I think that's already sort of makes it kind of a romantic word. But it's kind of a description of a longing for a place or a person that may never have actually existed, kind of like a sort of nostalgia that there isn't really an answer to, if that makes sense.
Right, like an ancestral yearning kind of.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
where it comes from originally. I was talking to some Welsh people recently, actually, who were in Edmonton, and they were explaining how it is that yearning for like the old country kind of thing.
Isn't that cool? I mean, it just seems to suit the mood of the album so beautifully. You guys, the name of the band, 100 Mile House, sort of has a distant, far-off feel itself. And, of course, you guys, Denise, you're from Edmonton originally, and Peter, you're from the UK. You guys met up in far-off Toronto, Ontario, isn't that right?
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. And was that a jam or at a concert, or how did that come about?
An open stage that wasn't actually an open stage, but I showed up thinking it was an open stage, and it was actually just Pete's gig, but he let me play anyway.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Very nice of him.
And she was way better than me and my friend who were playing the show, so we just let her play for the rest of the night. And then we tried to just kind of be cool, and I tried to back her up on bongos,
Yeah,
which,
Pete was the really cool bongo player.
man, it was bad. It was so bad.
It was hilarious.
So even though the instrumentation didn't stick, it was the beginning of a
Yeah.
beautiful friendship. That's pretty great. And of course, I mean, longtime fans of the band will know that you two are a couple on stage and off. And 100 Mile House is, at its core, the two of you, a married couple who've been through a lot since, I mean, it's been, what, 3.5 years or so since the last record came
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
What's been happening with you guys since then?
I guess it's been a lot. We released 3 albums in like 4 years before that, so it was kind of, we took a chance to sort of just slow down just a touch. But we were still sort of been playing just as much. And yeah, this album, it was kind of a long process in the end. But yeah, a lot was happening in our lives that sort of just kind of crept its way onto the album.
Well, did you make the record at home once again? You guys have a pretty sweet home studio.
This was actually the first one we didn't. We went to the audio department.
Aha.
Yeah,
An
which
actual
is-
recording studio.
Yeah, which was nice to have that. Like, it's a beautiful room, and like they've got beautiful equipment there, and it's a 9-minute walk from our house as well. So it was a little bit like being at home, but we had that separation, which was good.
Well, if we were to dip back into the live music, would we be hearing something from Hiraeth?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do a song called Last Branch.
Okay, great. This is 100 Mile House, Denise MacKay and Peter Stone, live in CKUA's LP library on CKUA Live.
So where's the sense in all of this? A love that pulled me from the mist of a life just spent wandering. There's being on this snowy ground, a shell of what it was we'd found, clinging on but falling down. Those little clothes we went and bought, hidden in your knicker drawer, beneath the hope we'd written on. Those little limbs we thought that warm kept us waiting way too long. Their absence seems to linger on. No, I can't be the last branch on this family tree. Christmas always seems to hurt, and this one couldn't get much worse. But we got one more fight in us. So we'll pull out the hope we thought we'd lost, make a space and dust it off, give it time to warm to us. 'Cause I promise that one day, my dear, the fog will lift, the air will clear, and tiny feet will wander here. When the darkness lifts on us, we'll hold it closer just because we fought for what we almost lost. No, I won't be the last branch on this family tree.
What a sound. That's Denise MacKay and Peter Stone of the band 100 Mile House here at CKUA in the LP library. Sounds so beautiful. When the two of you sing, it, it's like one voice when you sing together. It's just amazing.
We're pretty lucky. Denise has a way of wrapping herself around other voices, which is pretty cool.
She really has. I
Yeah.
even noticed she somehow doesn't over-enunciate or tease when you kind of
Yeah.
swallow them a little bit.
She has to put the accent on for
I
sure.
have to
yeah.
pretend to be, British.
Well, it occurred to me just listening to you play just now, the first time I saw the band live was in CKUA's music library back in the day at our previous Edmonton
Oh, yeah.
facility, which was like years and years ago.
Yeah.
I think we were having like a Christmas volunteer party or something. You guys came and played. It was so wonderful. I got to hear you for the first time. You've put out a bunch of records since then and a whole slew of singles, Christmas singles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as
we
you
always
were
do the
doing,
Christmas thing.
which is really cool. And you have this new album, Hiraeth.
Hiraeth?
Hiraeth. Thank you.
I didn't even think that it was going to be such, but it is because it's such a
We
weird
should have
word.
known better.
Yeah, I should have put a pronunciation underneath it.
It's so hard to, do anything new in the world of music, though. There's so little new under the sun. Well, I guess an ancient Welsh word isn't exactly new, just novel, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just kind of feels like if the title translates to kind of like a yearning for home or belonging, and such powerfully emotional songs on this record. What was firing you up songwriting wise? Were there any particular things going on in your life, or themes that were running through like the songwriting for this new record?
Yeah, I think that's why that word struck us so much, because it kind of encapsulated all the things that were sort of happening. We've got a couple of songs that were sort of speak about losing a loved one and the sort of longing for someone who used to be there and isn't there anymore. And also we were sort of we've been struggling with our own stuff, like trying to start a family, and that's a different kind of longing, where you're sort of longing for someone who isn't there and sort of a future. So that was definitely, both of them things influenced a lot of the songwriting on the album, and it just gave us a chance to sort of speak about what was happening, speak about some things that sometimes people kind of avoid. So we took this opportunity to sort of sing about some of them things.
It's not like you guys don't already have enough on the go together, I suppose, eh? Touring the world and like making records and writing songs. It's pretty cool stuff. So this is a brand new album and a terrific addition to your discography. You worked with some pretty cool people on this album. Who were some of your collaborators on this new record?
Go ahead. I was going to say, this actually the last song we're going to play is on the album. We have Steve Dawson playing pedal steel, so that was pretty cool. It's amazing nowadays where you can kind of collaborate with anyone, sort of anywhere in the world, because the internet is here and it makes.
You just send the tracks down to Nashville,
Exactly,
and you just wow. That's a really ripping pedal
send it
steel
right
track.
back.
That's so cool.
Got Jason Cody on accordion for one song, and then of course Scott Zubat, our violin player, is heavily used throughout the album. Yeah,
he gets some workout.
He does. And the Scenic Route to Alaska boys, Murray and Shay, on bass and drums.
Beautiful, very sympathetic arrangements and accompaniment on the part of all those folks behind these songs and your great vocalizations together. If we're going to hear one more song, what would it be?
I'm going to do "You Feel Like Home," which is this is the track that Steve plays on the album.
He's not here right now.
He's not here today though.
But
We're thinking about it. Yeah. This is a really touching tune. This is 100 Mile House performing live in CKUA's LP library, performing tracks from their new album, Hiraeth, on CKUA Live.
Thanks. You feel like home more than any four walls. You're the building around me, the creaks when I call. Yeah, you feel like home more than any bar stool, any short single malt has me dreaming of you. So tell my mother that I love her, and tell my sister I care, and tell my father I knew better, 'cause he was there. Yeah, you feel like home more than the streets that I pine. You're the light from the landing that coaxed me inside. Yeah, you feel like home more than any postcode. No letters and numbers could leave me feeling so low. So tell my mother that I love her, and tell my sister I care, and tell my father I knew better, 'cause he was there. Yeah, you feel like home more than the beaten coastlines. You're the ship that I boarded to leave him behind. Yeah, you feel like home, though where that is unclear. Still that family we started will soon lead us there. So tell my mother that I love her, and tell my sister I care, and tell my father I knew better, 'cause he was there. And tell my father I knew better, 'cause he was there.